Hey guys, Elite Legionarii here, bringing you another 2 vs 2 for traditional Shogun 2 Total War armies. Well, not entirely, but I'm using a traditional army, teaming up with Monlith, this time bringing a full of the Samurai army for him. He'll be versing off against Briggs, General Briggs, who is also using full of the Samurai, and I'll be versing against Palid, or the SOA clan, who's actually from Rome Total War. It's a Rome Total War clan, and I believe I've seen him on Rome Total War. A very good player, and that is a very tough clan on Rome Total War, really good. He's also using a traditional army here though. So my forces are 4 units of Yari Ashigo. I was thinking that I want to bring for all the Samurai army, so I wanted to have my meat shields ready again, but I'm actually not up against that, so they're going to be used more of a stalling force as a back in the case that I wasn't going up against for all the Samurai opponent, which I'm not. I have 3 units of veteran Katana Samurai and 2 units of just standard Katana Samurai, no upgrades. I have my Stalkers, which are a bow warrior monk with 3 upgrades apiece, and of course I've brought my Daikyu Samurai again, awesome in the last fight, and I'm hoping they'll be awesome again in this one. Very, very good in it. I've brought a reasonable cavalry contingent. I have 2 units of my general there, obviously. I have a Yari Cav, and I have the new Fire Cav that I just done, like I got with the Sengoku Jedi pack, so hopefully they'll perform awesomely. And I have, where are they? They're hidden here somewhere, hidden here. 1 unit of Great Guard, and I've got another unit of Great Guard over here. I love these guys, they're so powerful, very expensive, but we were playing on large fun settings, so I was able to bring them. And I really do like them, but they're just very expensive, so that's why I don't always implement them in the Avatar Conquest ones. We're using avatars here, but we're just doing like the battle list, so that's why. So my opponent here has got 2 units of bow cavalry, light cav, I think he's got 3 units of light cav. He's got a Nodachi Samurai, 2 Nodachis, he's got fire rockets, they prove very deadly in this, 4 bow samurai, and it looks to be 4 Yari cavalry, and of course his general. Yeah, here's his 3 light cav, so a very heavy cavalry force. He's got a total of like 10 cav, I think, or 9 cav or something. Monlith's force, a bit outline my ally here. He's got a unit of his 7 upgrades Armstrong guns. These prove to be a real handy little tool, but they really frustrate General Briggs, and he really starts acting kind of jerky in my opinion. Kind of insulting Monlith for bringing them and all this. I mean, everyone brings them, and I get a bit bored with them myself. I've recently unlocked artillery, and I will use them from time to time, but I won't use them heaps. And Monlith doesn't use them heaps. He uses them every sort of 2nd, maybe 3rd game, so he doesn't always bring them. So it's not like he's always arty camping. He brings them here and there, and it's a good thing to have them. They are useful. But anyway, the rest of his forces, so he's got Imperial Infantry, so he also must have recently unlocked them. So he's got the White Bear there, 2 Imperial Infantry, of a million Bird Force, Shogutai and a Yari Kachi as General, and 2 Yari Ki there, and of course he's got some Carbine Cav, which I've also unlocked not too long ago, and they're a really awesome unit. Monlith though is, in my opinion, better than me at using full of the Samurai armies. He's got 2nd Shogutai here as well, I didn't notice that. So he's going to just shoot away. This guy's got fire rockets though, so we figure, you know, if he's got fire rockets, Monlith's got his artillery, it's pretty even. Briggs has got, let's see, he's got a couple of Shogutai, some Bokachi, Katana Kachi, a couple of a million Bird Force by the looks of things, 3 million Bird Force, Red Bear Infantry there. He seemed to be under the impression that Red Bear Infantry was better than White Bear. They're better melee statistically, but in terms of actual gun prowess, they are not. If you read the statistics, that's what it says anyway, so I don't know. So here are some Boki, which Monlith's Carbine Cav are chasing, which is doing a nice job. I really like Carbine Cav, so it's getting nice shots here. So our opponents are very reluctant to move forward, and obviously I'm just looking to get some optimal position in these woods here for cover from it for any reason, but I don't want to go it on my own. I've got a unit of my Great Guard here in the woods here just supporting Monlith if he needs it for any reason, because Monlith isn't very cavalry strong, whereas I am, and not that he really needs it, but it's always good to support your ally, and it is necessary. So, and plus with Monlith with his guns, what we want to do is try to make our opponents feel like they have to rush, and that's the mistake I think people make when they're up against artillery. They do it on all the games like Rome Total War and Medieval 2 and everything. They like rush it. I'll admit I've done it before, and sometimes yes you do have to rush, but other times you don't need to, because if you do, you might make a blunder and walk into what the enemy's doing. So if you just get yourself some good cover and you just wait it out, you can usually still have a good force left. But Briggs here, he's got woods around him. He could easily just move back into them and wait Monolith out if it's that much of a problem. Palid wasn't having a problem with it. Here's a look at his general here. Looks like he's a green man. But he didn't seem to have a problem with it, but Briggs just kept, I don't know, I reckon he just let himself down with it. I mean, not half of them, but probably a good 35-40% of my games on For the Samurai have been against people who have used artillery against me. And yeah, I get it, it can be a bit frustrating. But if you just get a good position, go into loose formation, go into the woods, or if you're sneaky about it and use some hidden, like if you got ninjas, I'm sure you could use them pretty nicely to sneak up on them and take them out. You can deal with them. But I mean, in a minute I'm going to get pretty pummeled by fire rockets, but I mean, I don't let it. I've been watching Heir of Carthage's videos. I mean, you just don't let those things make you make stupid mistakes. I mean, you can do. I've done that before myself, but I've been watching quite a lot of Heir of Carthage's videos and just taking some of his general tips, because I mean, I'm not great at Shogun 2 Total War, but I'm getting better at it. So I believe I've just come into fire rocket range now, so I'm going to take a few hits from fire rockets. I mean, I must admit I've never used fire rockets, and I anticipate though if he's got fire rockets, his forces are going to be probably, they're expensive. They're like, I think they're 1800, aren't they? They're pretty expensive. So he's got fire rockets. He's obviously going to be weaker somewhere else. So I'm just going to go into loose formation, make use of this terrain here. So I'll get you some nice close-ups of these fire rockets fired. So that looks pretty sweet. And I mean, it looks brutal, but really only about 10 guys got killed in all that tussle just then. So as long as it doesn't persist forever and a day, look at them. Half of them look to be. Some of them got back up. Others look to be dying agonisingly slowly. And it does make for some pretty cool looking on-screen action, but I'm going to pull back a bit here because I am going to take too many casualties there, and I'm going to try and draw him in. If he wants to get closer, I want to try and draw him into the range of my my bows so I can get rid of them. So I mean, it's pretty cool the damage it does on the field, but I'm not going to, when I was playing, I was determined not to make a foolish charge or a blundering error to try and stop them from attacking me. I'm going to want my opponent to just get confident in what he's doing and then try and force him in and make it overconfident, basically, what I was aiming. So he's gone to wedge formation, which is good, but I don't know if it's quite as deadly as it was in Rome Total War in this, but I have not really tried, so I don't really know. And what I'm going to do is I'm sneaking up a Great Guard. Where is it? Yeah, here it is here. It's undercover, and I'm sneaking it up really close, and I'm sneaking this unit around, so when he engages, I want to engage all his cav and then swing around the back with Great Guard and come in through here and block him with Great Guard and use the second wind to make sure that my men don't get a bonus. They get the bonus. And they can hold in there. So if you look at my men, they haven't taken tons and tons of casualties by any stretch. And my opponent's going to come forth. He has a bow advantage. I think he should have probably made more use of the bow advantage that he had. As you can see, he does make some hits on my guys here. And I mean, it looks really impressive, and it's kind of intimidating when you're under fire from fire rockets, though. But if you got rid of them, I think if you take it steady, you don't need to worry too much about fire rockets. See, now he's targeting Yari Ashigaru, and these units are just expendable. They've got no upgrades, and they're just here to basically absorb the charge from his Nodachi. They were originally there in case I was up against four of the Samurai, like I can do what I did last battle, basically. So I'm going to condense into a tighter formation, and I'm going to go into Spear Wall. Now what he probably should have done was just shot me to bits here, but now his men are in the range of his Nodachi are in the range of my bows. I'm just going to pull back my infantry now, because I am getting pretty tacked up by his men here. And I mean, he's going to charge here, and the spear wall is going to absorb. It will take a bit of getting through anyway, and then I can just counter with my own charge. And now I'm going to bring up my veteran Yari Key and my new fire cav, and I'm going to flat out charge straight into his men here. And I'm going to do a nice charge, and I've got Yari Ashigaru that can be used to support as well if necessary. So I get a very good charge there. And while this has happened, I rout all his light cavalry with my one unit of Great Guard right in the back. I'm springing my other Great Guard, and I'm going to come straight in behind him and encircle him here. So now pin down his line, and his fire rockets are far less useful to him now. And I'm going to rip into his soft underbelly here, and I use second wind here. My men get the bonus they need. And we're just going to rip up and cause a lot of damage to his forces here, and he's going to take heavy casualties, and I do get charged here, unfortunately, but Monlith's going to be able to support me too with some of his cav units. I'm pretty confident I did not need his support, but the fact that his support is a good move by him, because it means I will have more units available. As you can see, just tear into him with the support of second wind and generals rallying. Blue's forces, Palid's forces just mass rout. So I mean, just by taking it steady and not letting those fire rockets be enough to intimidate me to make some stupid move, I have been able to effectively get him to attack me, and I've been able to rout him very quickly. That he routed pretty much the moment he attacked there, because I used the combination of second wind and various bits and other pieces getting into his flank like that, destroying his cav, and that good downhill charge with my cav has really taken its toll on Palid's forces. But he was a good sport about it, and it was a good game, and he did fight well. So, I have no problem with an opponent like that. In fact, they're good opponents. Some of his cav tried to get me from behind here. I didn't catch that in time, so I killed them pretty quickly though. So I come out with at least probably half to 60% of my forces intact, and still a lot of my Yari Ashigaru intact, so that's pretty sweet. So I mean, just they had no upgrades either, but that doesn't mean they can't be useful. They're very useful in Spear Wall, from what I've gathered playing so far, and I'm much better at this now than I used to be. Still very much not that great at it though, but better. So by this point, Briggs has moved himself into the wood to take cover from Monlith's cannons, which are probably out of ammo now anyway, but it doesn't matter because now he's easily going to be outflanked by myself and Monlith. Monlith going frontal and myself going around the flanks. So main thing there was I just didn't let those fire rockets intimidate me into making a crappy move. Now I will admit I've made mistakes like that in the past. Hopefully I won't make any more in the future, but there is a possibility. He didn't have a heap of really good infantry, I don't think, and that's where my advantage was. His fire rockets, like I said, 1800, his forces were his cav. Once I pinned down his cav and got round and behind him with my Great Guard and routed them, I took heavy losses to my cav, but I still have several cav units. I still have my fire cav with about third strength. One of my Great Guards did get destroyed, but this unit's still in pretty much full capacity, and this unit's also Yari cav is also at a third strength. So I still came up pretty good against an opponent that had twice as much. Well, not twice as much, but he probably did have twice as much cav as me actually. And my bow warriors my bows didn't actually take too heavier casualties, so that's going to work out very nicely for me. So I'm just going to march over here, and at this point, sort of like he's General Briggs was kind of like arguing away with Monlith. It was, I don't know, it was just a stupid thing. It was, I don't know why. I mean, he didn't really support his ally. Monlith supported. I was willing to use my great card over here to support Monlith if he needed it. Monlith supported me, although I don't really think I needed his support because I had defeated, more or less defeated Palid's forces without Monlith's help, but by Monlith being there, it means I'm going to have more men and I'm going to be able to do it quicker. So that's what a good ally does, supports when necessary, and that's the point of 2 vs 2s, 3 vs 3s, 4 vs 4s, whatever. You've got to support one another to ensure victory. So anyway, I'm still on spear wall here. I forgot to go out of it. Well, I will soon anyway. But I'm moving up here. And I mean, my Katana Samurai is still pretty strong. Most of them are up to good strength. So a couple of them are a bit banged up, but they did a lot of damage, did a lot of damage, and still came out pretty good, and made an impressive job of themselves on the field. So here's a unit of Vermilion Bird Force, which becomes target for my bows very soon. We're almost triple speed, guys, or quadruple speed, I don't know, I think it's quadruple speed nowadays on Shogun 2. So I'm just going to do that because I want to try and get some action going, just checking to see if anything else is happening. I'll go with double speed actually. Monlith's moving up and I'm going to come from this angle. The Monlith's Carbine Cav do some real nice work in this game. But anyway, just moving up here steadily, guys. But ultimately what we're just sort of trying to do is just kind of force him. He was accusing us of things, but technically he's not technically, but close to corner camping here. He's close to it. So here he makes a bit of a blunder. He goes to send some of his Vermilion Bird Force out to reach Monlith's Carbine Cav. This is not a good move on his part, because what's going to happen is he's going to bring his men into range of my bows very, very soon. So I'll be bringing them up, which I'm bringing up now. Curious thought, guys, which do you think looks cooler? The Warrior Monks, which do look very awesome, or where are they? The Daikyu Samurai. It's kind of hard to say. I think I like the Daikyu Samurai more. They've got more armour. I do like the Warrior Monks though, but I think the Daikyu Samurai are kind of better. I mean, just after 2 fights, I managed to get their reload up to 55 from 35. Just after 2 fights, it was pretty sweet. So anyway, he did do some damage to Monlith's Carbine Cav there. He did do a nice job against them, but then again, Monlith got a few of his kills as well. At this point, Monlith's just moving himself up. So, I mean, he allowed himself to get too bothered by Monlith's artillery. I mean, yeah, I think, I can understand you getting frustrated with it. It's kind of annoying, but I just showed before, if you just take your time and think things through, and don't let units like artillery and fire rockets sort of bully you into making a false mistake or something like that, you can overcome it if you just take your time. So, I mean, I came off pretty good out of that fight. I felt I did. But SOA Palid, Rome Total War, he's one of those really, really elite SOA players from Rome Total War. It's very good. I have versed SOA on Rome Total War, and golly, they're in a tough faction, tough clan to beat. I mean, I think I've beaten them a couple of times, but I've lost them probably much more than that. They are tough. So they've certainly got something to be proud of there in the Rome Total War community. So I'm assuming they'll probably continue in the Rome 2 department, so might see them there in future when I get Rome 2 when it comes out. So now because he's not moved his Vermilion Bird Force, he is going to be in the range of my Bow Samurai and my Daikyus. So these guys are kind of racing to get the most kills here. The Bow Samurai do fire faster, so they do clock up a few more kills. So I probably should have moved back here actually. He ends up taking a lot of pop shots at my Yari Ishigaru, but it didn't really bother me too much, to be honest. So here's some fire arrows coming in, some nice close shots for you on these Vermilion Bird Force. I have to say, Vermilion Bird Force seems to be very, very good. A very good gun unit. I'm looking forward to unlocking them myself on my own. So Monlith does a nice thing here. He's going to go into support on the side. Interesting move by Briggs here as he turns to face Monlith rather than focusing on my bows. My bows are easily the greater danger. He would have lost this fight either way anyway, because he's going to be completely outflanked, but my bows are definitely the bigger danger here. If he'd done more damage to my bows, it might have made him last a bit longer in the upcoming fight. I think he finally finishes off Monlith, but it's too late now. He's completely been shredded by my 2 bow units. And that's going to ensure, look at this poor guy, look, he's got 1 in that, 4 in that 1 leg. Ouch. So, as you can see, he's just not getting out of that easily. So, I think that's a definite advantage for the traditional armies is bows, particularly bow warrior monks, and if you've got the Daikyu Samurai, which is a very good unit. So anyway, they were just testing the theory, what's better, white bears or red bears? And I believe he had specialty upgrades or something on this. I can't remember what it was that he was using, but this fight's not even for a start because these white bears are in the open while these red bears are in the woods. But even then, these red bears still lose the fight. They also had, like, I can't remember what, some sort of upgrade, I can't remember what it was. I'm not familiar with the terms here, but Monlith's men still win this fight, even though they're in the tactically inferior position for sure. They still beat these red bears. This is just to prove the fact that white bears are better in a gunfight than red bears, because Briggs was, like, swearing black and blue that red bears were better at it, but I'm no pro for the Samurai, but I know that I've done several battles against people with red bears versus white bears, and I'm straight out gunfights unless I get better positioning or something. The red bears tend to lose it. So even though Monlith's got worse positioning here, he will likely win that fight. So anyway, I'm going to rush here with my Yari Ashigaru, same kind of tactics, to meat shield tactics, and I'm just going to use my bows here to get myself into range. I believe my bow warrior monks are out of ammo, so that's why they're moving forward like that. I don't think I noticed it. So I'm going to get my Yari Ashigaru in here. It's like the meat shield. That doesn't bother me that they get tacked too bad. I'll bring up my infantry now, and my Daikyu Samurai will continue on for me in the bow department with their very nice long range bows. As you know, I just completely love this new unit that I have at my disposal, and my Yari Ashigaru do get pretty owned up here, but it doesn't matter because, I mean, he can't shoot past into these infantry units, which I should actually probably have been rushing by this point, to be honest, which I end up doing exactly that. In a moment I will end up doing that. I should have, while he's bogged down and confused like this, I should have actually rushed him with my katanas. I'm not really sure what I didn't do that for, but anyway, Monlith will eventually attack him in a minute from this angle, and I'll just decide I'm doing it. So I actually kind of make a bit of a mistake there, guys, because it will give us time for his gun units to come in. So I think what I was aiming to do was to try and make use of my Daikyu Samurai for as long as possible. That's why I keep withdrawing like this. But Monlith's going to attack his infantry units that come out of the woods like this, Katana Kachi, and that's a very good move on Monlith's part because his cav will just absolutely crap on them from this. And while he does that, I think, right, here's my chance, and I'm going to bring in my guys, and I'm going to go around his flank with my cav and try and outflank him completely. And these guys are going to be my Katana Samurai will be much more deadly, so here's a massive big brawl going on here. Very hard to tell what's sort of going on there, but massive brawl though, a pretty awesome fight. I'm going to bring my Great Guard and my other cav units. My general there is a fire cav there, but I think I misplaced for temporarily. But the damage that Monlith inflicts is plenty, and now that my men have gotten pinned down like this, the fight's going to go nicely. And while this is happening, I'm just going to get some nice charges in with on his Vermilion Bird Force with my Yari Cav there. And while that's happening, I will bring in my Great Guard, which destroyed a unit of something out of bows out there, I believe, and I will completely encircle him by this point. Picking off any other routers, although there was a Katana. It was a Katana Kachi. I thought it was a Yari Kachi at the time, so I kind of run away from it. I mistook it for a Yari Kachi, but it was only a Katana Kachi. By this point, though, we destroy the remainder of his forces, and his men rout off the field very nicely. So it looks like a pretty brutal field there, and a few of them are painfully dying. So poor guys. So anyway, just catching the rest of his forces out here with my infantry, which is easily going to win this, and Monlith's got his men in there too, and it's going to be easy work there. So he had a lot of infantry units, strange, like melee infantry units, which I thought was kind of strange for for the samurai army, but I think it's kind of popular to do that at the moment, so I'm sure it would work if you just did it right. Not that I'd know how to probably do it right anyway, so Monlith might have some ideas. I'm sure many of you other guys do. I'm not very good at Fall of the Samurai. Well, I'm not bad at it, but I'm not great at it either. So, anyway, I'm going to keep chasing down here, try and get some kills. As you can see, I'm just tearing through what's left of his forces with my Great Guard. And I have to say, I absolutely love Great Guard. I do not like how you need to retain it to field them though, but I think they're worth it in the overall. If it's a high money game, I think you should. Like this was large money settings, so that gives us 14,000, and I think you can employ them pretty good there. Low money games though, it's a risk because you might be weaker in another area of the field pretty easily, and you get pretty easily beaten. So these Shogun just routing off the field, and unfortunately it ends before I can clock up my Great Guard's kill points, even though I was right behind them. They certainly weren't escaping the field anyway, needless to say. So with that fight, I think, me and Monlith worked together closely. A few of our earlier fights on this, we were having a bit of trouble with that, and we weren't doing it very well, and we were getting pretty badly beaten, but working together closely in that fight, and the one before it, and supporting each other where we needed to support one another, and the with the fire rockets thing, I made up my mind not to let it, tempt me into making a stupid rush to avoid getting shot, and eventually my opponent Palid got pretty confident there that he felt he could rush me, and he eventually did rush me, and I did a pretty neat job of destroying him there with some help from Monlith, but I reckon I probably would have been able to beat him without Monlith's help, but Monlith being there ensured that I got a quicker victory and less casualties. So here's the statistics. I had 1,633 men, 1,040 losses, 1,651 kills, so I definitely get the most kills by a long shot, and I was pretty pleased with that. Monlith has 1,380 men, 228 losses and 680 kills. Palid had 1,245 men, 1,062 losses, 574 kills, and Briggs has 1,830 men, 1,281 losses and 677 kills. So look at statistics. One of my Katana Samurai got 171, Milan got 170, Great Guard 153, Fire Cav 149. Pretty awesome on its first go, so it seems like it's a pretty awesome Cav unit. I think, yes, it's definitely better than Yari Cav. I think the only area it was weaker than Yari Cav in was bonus versus Cav, so it'd probably be a pretty even fight between them. So I'm going to work on that area if I can. My Daikyu Samurai 144, so another awesome run for these guys, and they're just absolutely fantastic. The Bow Warrior Monks 134, so the race was won by the Daikyu, but very close there. My Yari Cavalry 132, other Katanas 131, 119. This Great Guard 96, 94 here, so I mean, apart from my Yari Ashigaru, really, everything got really high kills. Even my General Mate had a good contribution, although they're not as big this time. Palid's best for his fire rockets. As you can see, they did rip up a lot of my forces, but I just didn't let it dominate my battle plan and ruin it, and as you can see, everything else in his army just did not perform. Nothing performed, really. Even those massive Cav forces of his, Yari Cav and all that, it didn't really perform. So I denied it by not playing into the threat of the fire rockets. Monlith's Carbine Cav 148, 142 for these Yari Key, 132 for here. His gun units did a pretty nice job, as you can see. So as you can see, even though his Armstrong's got 90 kills, definitely not his best unit. 4 units beat that, so it's pretty, he didn't majorly camp with it, I don't think he did. And it's still a viable tactic. But Briggs actually got the most kills out of anyone with his Vermilion Bird Force, 225, but the rest of his army did not come together very well at all. So anyway, good game to those 3 players, very good, very fun indeed. And of course I'll link Monlith's channel again for those of you who would be interested in having a look at it. It has got some neat stuff on it, it's cool. So I will do that, and I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I should be bringing you some 2 vs 2 for all the samurai as well. So anyway guys, thanks for watching. Please leave comments too. I really enjoy reading comments, just kind of neat to see what people think about my videos. So I would appreciate any comments if you feel you have anything you want to say. So anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon next time.